What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the AI Marketing Navigator. This is your daily compass in the ever-evolving world of AI marketing. Okay, so coming at you with another Daily Digest episode today. This one is a update coming from Google, and particularly about their Gemini AI model and the new advanced voice mode, or excuse me, the new voice assistant mode that they have with their model called Gemini Live. So we're just going to break down the announcement and talk about a little bit why it might matter to us as marketers and the things we might be able to do with the technology as marketers. Anyway, so imagine having a little sidekick, a little assistant in your pocket that you can talk to and work with and bounce ideas off of. We're finally getting so close to that voice powered and voice activated assistant. Obviously, we've had things like Alexa in the past and Siri, but as we've been combining these large language models and these AI models with that technology, the potential gets pretty interesting and pretty powerful pretty quick. Now, OpenAI did tease their advanced voice mode, which still has yet to be rolled out to the entire platform and to the users. Kind of a big deal here that Google beat out OpenAI with a voice mode. Google continues to challenge the field as far as AI innovation goes. But seriously, you'll have that little voice-powered assistant again right in your pocket. If you need to brainstorm ideas, if you need to practice for a presentation, you can literally do it right here with Gemini Live. So let's talk about a few reasons why this might be interesting to us as marketers or business owners, freelancers, small agency owners, like I'm sure many of our listeners out there are. For one, we just got access to hand-free conversation with our AI assistant. You can keep chatting with Gemini even if your phone is locked or your app's running in the background. It's constantly going to be accessible, and it really opens up our productivity and efficiency and multitasking possibilities for sure. Gemini also has 10 personalized or 10 custom new voices that you can choose from. So definitely a good idea to consider which voices or which options match your brand as far as a personalized AI voice goes. If you're going to be using this AI voice technology with your tools, with your customer support, when you do fold that in and integrate it, make sure that the voice is something that you think reflects your brand and works for your customers. We just talked about starting to integrate this voice mode with existing apps or with your existing technology. Gemini is always going to play nice with Google apps like Keep, which is Google's note-taking app, Google Meet, which is the meeting app. And we talked about some AI note-taking or some AI features that have been added to Meet, YouTube Music. All of these properties are going to be very I think, impacted by the way this voice AI model gets integrated into them. So once that voice AI model has access to those apps that you use, that personal assistant level or that personal assistant nature of that voice model is going to go way up and go through the roof, basically knowing everything about your Google digital life, for better or worse. If you're an Android user out there, this is baked right into the Android operating system. You can simply access the voice mode by pressing and holding a button, and you have your voice assistant right on demand. I believe this is still coming for iOS, but right now it's integrated into the Android OS. So why should we as marketers care about these updates? A couple reasons. We've talked about personalizing customer experiences a lot. And if we integrate Gemini's ability to understand context and integrate with those various apps, we can personalize it even more with an agent that is now speaking to our customers or speaking to our users in a personalized way, no longer just typing out text responses. Imagine sending tailored voice messages to each one of your customers in that preferred brand voice or in that Gemini voice that you've chosen. Obviously, content creation is going to be affected. We can, of course, use the pretty standard text generative capabilities of these AI tools, but I think it's even more natural to be able to brainstorm and talk through potential ideas. And the Gemini Live app is going to be able to help you organize that through like notes or Keep or tasks, and maybe even suggest music for in-video content or stuff like that. Really just personalized enhancement to your projects. We can use Gemini Live to conduct on-the-fly market research, and you can gather, natural language feedback on your product, on your service, on the market, things like that. We talked about how this would enhance productivity, less time juggling apps, more time for creative strategy. Let Gemini kind of handle the grunt work of your notes, of taking your tasks down, and organizing your meetings. And you can focus on the big picture. Big picture, and that's, I think, one is of the main powers of these AI tools right now, as they improve and as they get more useful for actual business applications and business use cases. Right now, it's really all about increasing efficiency and productivity, in my opinion. Let's jump over into some creative ways we might be able to use Gemini voice mode or AI voice mode in general in our marketing tactics. And some of these might be a little future still, not quite applicable or advanced enough to apply or integrate or implement really in an effective way, but definitely use them as ideas, as brainstorming. And as the technology gets better, we'll certainly be able to do some more stuff like this. I mean, think about like some guerrilla marketing, some really creative marketing out in public, or on some signage, or out of the home, that is voice activated. You can maybe set up like an interactive voice experience in a public space that responds to passerby. Again, gets pretty challenging when you think about the human nature and the human aspect of some people that might interact with your brand in that way, but definitely something to think about. You could even personalize voice ads, create those dynamic ads, whether video or audio, and change that voice based on the content, or based on the users that you're targeting, or the demographics you're targeting, based on the services that you're offering. Think about, start to think about voice SEO optimization. Now, this was kind of a big thing back when the in-home assistants like Alexa and Google Nest, or whatever the Google, I've already forgotten, whatever those voice assistants were. Voice SEO optimization kind of spiked for a little bit there when people thought, oh my gosh, everybody's going to be searching for products with Alexa using their voice. And it didn't quite materialize yet. But as these voice AI models roll out, and as they become implemented into search, and we become more and more used to talking to our devices instead of typing in input, voice search is going to be more prevalent. And we're going to need to start focusing on making sure that whatever index is these AI models are using to pull from, typically the index of the internet at this point, we're going to want to make sure we're optimized to be read in these AI voices, and to be found with these voice assistants. When there's no longer a screen showing a list of links, how can we make sure that our brand is going to appear? You can do some really interesting interactive brand storytelling. We've talked a lot about the possibilities of story with some of these generative AI, especially these art and design generative AI tools. Here you can create maybe a narrative type story, or a narrative campaign that can guide the user through, and you can even make it interactive once these models become more interactive, and you can give them more voice commands. That experience can become really an audible audio experience and a conversational experience for the user. You can implement this into your customer service. Train Gemini Live to handle customer inquiries. And again, in a voice that is solid with your brand, is consistent in the help that it's offering, in the support that it's offering. I think we're still maybe a little short, or a little, we have a little ways to go, I think, to get these voice assistants to the point where I would be comfortable having them handle 100% of customer inquiries or support inquiries, but we're getting closer and closer every day. Okay, so before we wrap up here, I just want to give you guys some action items to kind of familiarize with yourself with Gemini Live, familiarize yourself with AI voice models and the concept itself. So first off, go ahead and experiment with Gemini Live. If you are an Android user, you have it in the operating system, so dive in and start exploring right away. And iOS users, definitely keep an eye out for the rollout to iOS. We will for sure keep an eye on it here at the AI Marketing Navigator, and let you know as soon as us Apple users have it. Audit your voice strategy. Are you incorporating voice in your marketing? Is it live? Do you have employees that are typically the voice of your ads, or of your video content, or of your podcast? Look where voice and audio is being incorporated into your marketing, and look for opportunities where automated AI voice models could be used. Start brainstorming some voice first campaigns. Set aside some time with your team or your creative team to ideate some campaigns that could put Gemini's voice capabilities front and center. Lastly, and this goes for virtually every episode as far as action items go on the AI marketing navigator, and that's stay informed. Do your best to keep tabs on these Gemini updates and new features. Follow us at the AI Marketing Navigator. Follow some newsletters. The Rundown.ai is a great newsletter. Bloomberg and TechCrunch, all these, there's tons of AI newsletters that are available to hit your inbox every day. This landscape is changing so fast, and we definitely want to try and stay ahead of the curve as digital marketers. So we're definitely still witnessing this seismic shift in how these AI assistants are going to integrate into our daily lives and marketing strategies. This is just the first step into a much more humanized, natural language way of interacting with these models, and it's just the beginning. And as marketers, it's our job to find, navigate, and ride this wave, as it were, and kind of find innovative new ways to connect with our audience using these voice models. Remember, the key is to use these tools to enhance our human creativity and not entirely replace it. That's how we're going to stand out in the crowd, in the noise of all this AI and AI voice generated content. Gemini might be able to generate ideas and content for you, but it's our human touch and it's our brand voice that's going to take those raw materials and turn them into marketing gold. Okay, that does it for today's episode. If you enjoyed the show or found it useful in any way, please do me a favor and follow on Spotify or subscribe on your podcast platform of choice. A review on top of that would be even more appreciated and so super helpful to the show. So until next time, and as always, thanks for joining me. And remember to stay curious, stay consistent, and keep navigating forward. Bye.